Down, down, down. Down, 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 down. Downtown. 500. Tell me what you've been up to. Last time I interviewed you, besides yesterday when we had the fake bad podcast, this is the real one.
This is the real one.
Last time I officially talked to you was back in July when we were doing the magazine. So tell me what you've been up to since then.
Last 3 months, so much has changed. Back in July, I was doing crypto art, but oh boy, it wasn't only until recently that it really started to take off, I guess.
Right.
And I've just been painting, learning a lot, doing tons of art research, and just trying to improve. That's what I've been up to.
Last time we talked during the magazine, you were telling me about how you've been into A24 films.
Yeah.
Right? Have you watched any more since then?
I watched one.
What was it?
Did we talk about the killing of a sacred deer?
Yeah, I think you told me to watch it, and I just never did.
Dude, that movie's crazy.
Sorry.
I've watched the first
Just never got around to it.
The first time I watched it, I skipped through some parts, but I watched it again. I was like, what the heck? This is crazy.
Yeah. What is it about?
Midsummer traumatized me.
Oh yeah, that movie.
Die in my house because of what that girl did to her family.
Messed up. Yeah. Oh
when
God.
I first watched the movie, I was like, this is the beginning. How can it get crazier?
Yo, and it gets crazier. I actually have a really funny story about seeing that movie for the first time. It's really, really embarrassing too, though. So I went to the when it was in theaters. I went with a couple of my friends, and we got really high beforehand for the movie. Yeah, which is always
you get freaked out?
Risky. Yeah, I was already starting to have like an anxiety attack just during the trailers. Yo, I'm not even kidding. It was so bad. I was literally having an anxiety attack during the trailers. Like, not even the movie didn't even start yet. And then the movie starts, and it's this, the horrible beginning. I won't say too much in case people haven't seen it, but it's really messed up. And I just had a full-on like panic attack. Like I couldn't.
How are your friends doing?
Oh, they were fine.
They were just like, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, well, I was just chilling, but like inside I was freaking out. And then I just left. I just walked out.
You left?
I left. I didn't even go back.
Where did you go?
My friend came and picked me up, and I went and chilled at his house.
Oh, I thought you were just like walking around.
No, it was bad though. God, I can't believe I just told that story.
That sounds terrible.
It was bad.
Story,
it was really bad. But I've watched it since then, and it's a messed up movie.
The movie's crazy. You know what made me so mad? When the girl's boyfriend leaves, and she's like, "Where did you go?" But he's like, "Gone." I hated that part. I don't know anybody's names. He goes on the train or the truck, or I don't know.
Oh yeah, and he just leaves without telling her.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's so unrealistic. Like, that's the biggest red flag of all time.
I was watching that like, I hate everybody.
Yeah. That's like a pet peeve of mine when there's a movie that's like so good. Like I love Midsummer, like it's a good movie. But there are some like plot holes like that. Like I feel
or the guy like he's dying and he goes and takes a picture of the book or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like why would you do that? Like
yeah.
I would never do that.
And then I feel like that one character with like the blown up face that they showed like 2 times. I feel like that character could have been utilized so much more. He was in it for like 2 seconds.
They're trying to make it creepy. I don't know.
I just thought there was going to be
just
more
us yelling at the movie.
I thought there was just going to be more like to his character.
It's a great movie. Let's tell us why we don't like it.
We're so off track right now. This is good though. I like this. People might enjoy this.
It too.
Okay.
I think so. There's like a comment of someone yelling, "Hey, this is my favorite movie."
You take that back. Well, you know what? This is a good transition because you did a Midsummer like digital piece, right?
Yes.
Drawing. Yeah, and
it was terrible.
It was not terrible. People love that.
I
But you
don't
didn't
know.
like it?
No. Sometimes I
Mm.
do drawings and I'm like, this is the one. And then I do other ones where I'm like, I spent hours into this. I don't want to restart.
Yeah.
Maybe another time. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sometimes it just isn't happening, you know? Sometimes it's just not working out.
That's true.
I know how it be.
Yeah, it sucks. But I feel
But
like normally when I'm drawing a lot and something is garbage,
mhm,
after the next time I draw, I don't know what happens if I like messed up my confidence so much where I'm like, I have to do better. For whatever reason, whenever I suck really bad or have a like a streak of just not good pieces, normally like the fourth one is always really good. I don't know
yeah,
if it's because I learned from messing up so much in the other ones or what, how that works, but that's always what happens.
it's like you have to prove to yourself that like, oh, this was just this was a
I swear
fluke.
that's what
I'm
happens.
better
Like
than
I
this.
get
Like,
so
yeah,
mad that I make something better.
yeah. No, that's cool. That's the best attitude to have with it, I feel like, you know.
It's
Um,
surprising sometimes though. I'm like, dang, I did not expect this, but it happened somehow.
it's always a good feeling. Do you
It
still
is.
make like I feel like I've noticed you haven't made the like the movie pieces as much. I know you were doing like you did Pulp Fiction and The Shining. Did you just kind of like lose interest in doing those?
No, I want to do more. I have a list of all these movies I want to do, or even Pulp Fiction. I love that movie. There's
Mm-hmm.
so many scenes of each movie that I've already done where I'm like, oh, there's
Totally.
other scenes I could do. So I
Yeah,
really want to bring that back in the future. Just time.
that would be dope. I feel like if you did like a Tim Burton movie, like your take on that would be
That'd be so
insane.
dope.
Yo, Tim Burton,
It's
Willy
so
Wonka.
hard to read. Oh my God, Willy Wonka, you genius! What the heck?
Yo, if you did a Willy Wonka piece, that would be fire.
I'm gonna do that. I'm literally, my brain just said, okay, I'll do it. Like
I
I'll do that.
love that. You heard it here first, folks. It's coming.
Eventually, I don't know when. I always say I'm gonna do this. It doesn't happen for like a year,
Yeah. Oh,
months.
no rush. But that would be cool. That would definitely be cool.
Thank you.
My great uncle's name is Willy Wonka, actually.
Wait, what? Is this real or you just?
Yeah. No, dead ass. Dead ass. My mom's uncle.
Where did this? Where did this come from?
It's just it's just
Is that why you
it's
brought
just
this
a
up?
fact.
Just so you could tell that story. You just go to random people and be like,
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, when I brought up Tim Burton, no, but when I thought of Tim Burton, I was like, oh, Willy Wonka, and then I was like, oh, I could definitely use this to
you
share
just
my
go to
fun
random people and
fact.
talk about Willy Wonka so you can bring up your uncle.
No,
You
it
guys
is
ever
like,
seen Willy Wonka?
well, I'm related, so
My uncle.
no, but
Wait,
seriously, my mom's uncle, he's my great uncle, was named William
mm,
Wonka. Like before the book even came out, before the source material for the movie even was released, his name was Willy Wonka.
did he like chocolate?
Well, he
Like,
after the movie came out and like Willy Wonka
did
was like a
he lie
popular
and be like,
name. He should have.
get
No,
that
but
coin?
he wrote Roald Dahl, the author of Willy Wonka. He wrote him a letter and was because he was a World War II pilot and he had his name on the side of his plane. So he wrote a letter to Roald Dahl and he was like, hey, I was just wondering if like you got the name from like seeing my name on my fighter plane or whatever.
And then what
Like just by
happened?
chance he looked up and then he wrote him back and he was like, oh no, like it's just a coincidence, like you have the same
No,
name.
you're not
But
that
that's
special.
and he was like, but that's really cool. And he sent him a bunch of like free like Wonka candy and like Wonka
Whoa,
tickets, like all this like promo stuff. And then
that's crazy.
he was a mailman, my uncle Willy Wonka, and he would like give candy out to the
That's so
neighborhood
funny. My
kids.
uncle Willy Wonka. Just so seriously.
It is kind of ridiculous, but
My
it's
uncle
funny.
SpongeBob.
Uncle SpongeBob. Oh my god.
No disrespect to your
Uh,
uncle.
oh, it's okay. I never even met him. He passed away when I was like 2. Rest in peace to Willy Wonka.
That's so sad.
I don't even know where to go from that. Wow.
We
How
went
do you top
from
that one?
Murder in Midsummer to Willy Wonka.
All right, let's talk about crypto art. Just tell me, like, I know we talked about it yesterday in our, practice
Yeah.
take, but how about you run through the story again of like how you got involved in the community, especially with Super Rare?
So besides selling prints and doing clothing drops, the only way I would make most of my money was through selling paintings, like
Mhm.
original painted paintings. And at the time, in February or towards the end of last year, I don't really remember, I put a painting up for $90. And I was so excited. I was like, $90 is a lot of money. This is so exciting. What if someone gets it? But I knew almost like in my heart, I was like, no way, $90 is too much. No one's going to get this.
Mhm.
Anyway, I put the painting up, leave it on my website. It sits for a month, 2 months. And then one day, I look at my phone and I get a notification saying I have a payment for $95 because shipping also. And I
Mhm.
was like, $95. Either someone bought the painting or someone bought a lot of prints. But I don't think someone did that. So I think they bought the painting.
Yeah.
Look, someone buys the painting. Um, I look at the name. I don't know who the person is. It's just like a name, but it says New York. So I pack the painting, ship it to New York, and months pass. And under the email notification that I got that someone made an order,
Mhm.
there's a follow-up email. And I kind of forgot. Like I knew I shipped out the painting, but when you ship out something, yeah, the tracking number says it's delivered, but you don't really know what happened, if they like the painting, how they feel about it. I never got a tweet. Anyway, I got a follow-up email, and the guy says, I see that you care about authenticity. You put a certificate of authenticity with the painting. I also care about authenticity, and I think your work is really cool. I would like to have it as an NFT. I'd like to have these digital copies or versions, not copies, of
Mhm.
your work. Let me tell you about crypto art. And let me say that when I saw this email, I thought it was a scam. I was like, no
Mhm.
way. How can you make money off of things you can't touch? Just these digital art things. And just digital art in general, I feel people respect, but not as much as a painting. People are like, oh, you put so much work, all these hours into a painting, but someone else could put hundreds of hours in a digital piece and no one will really feel the same, I
Right.
think. So I was just like, this is too good to be true. No way. Thousands, I'm seeing hundreds, more than $90. What? Anyway, he tells me about Super Rare. He says, tokenize your artwork on there, apply. The application link is on their website. Check it out, learn about it. I think he could sense that I thought he was crazy. And so I check out the website. I do my own research outside of that website. I'm like, what is an NFT? What is Ethereum? And I thought the results were promising. And if it didn't work out, it doesn't work out. But why not try? Even if I thought it was a scam or thought it was fake, like just why not go for it?
Yeah.
So
What's it gonna hurt?
I applied, I got accepted. I had an interview with Zach Yanger, the artist relations person at Super Rare, and he also taught me some stuff. He was like, this is basically what this is, and kind of guided me. And ever since then, it's just been slowly growing. And only till the last 2 months, it just went crazy. I got these commissions and been fortunate enough to have collectors like me. I don't know. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm happy that they like me. And I don't know. That's how I got into it though. And
Yeah, that's a cool story. And
thank you.
can you explain what NFTs are again? Because I know I had to have you go over it with me yesterday.
So
But for
an
everyone listening,
NFT is NFT, so non-fungible token. Basically, what that means. Well, okay. First of all, an NFT can be basically anything. I think people say NFTs, and people who are just learning about the crypto space are like, oh, so art? No, an NFT can be anything basically. It could be like a song. It could be digital clothes in these virtual spaces. It could be uh pets, guns, like anything that can be in a video game or a virtual space can be an NFT. Or a car. There's virtual cars, shoes, um, land. There's a virtual land as well. But
that's
anyway,
crazy. Yeah.
I do NFT art. And basically what that means is that in NFT, there's only one or only however many editions you allow. So there's platforms like Rarible or
Hmm.
Nifty where you could do 10 editions of one image, but there will only be those 10 and or one out of one, a single edition piece, and it's only that one. And because it's an NFT, you can track it through the wallet address and tons of other blockchain stuff that I don't necessarily understand. It's all run on Ethereum, and uh, it's impossible to copy it. Yeah, you can screenshot the image and post it on your own,
Hmm.
but you'll never have access to that wallet address, and it won't be tracked to like me or whoever the artist was.
Right.
So
So having
it's
that
all
wallet
about
address,
tracking.
right. And it so that wallet address basically authenticates that it's the actual like copy or not copy, but
Exactly.
version. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you could have a picture frame in your wall, like a digital frame, and be like, "Oh, I have a Fewocious original," and then someone could be like, "Okay, show me the address or like the proof,"
Right.
and you won't have it. So that's the whole thing.
Yeah. Now, like, would you say, I know this has been like very successful for you so far. I'm sure it will continue to be. I
Thank you.
know you've always been digital focused more so
Mhm.
as opposed to physical painting. But would you say that this new like crypto art world almost discourages you from doing physical paintings, just knowing that you can, uh, you know, generate more from the digital pieces?
Um, no, because in the crypto space, it doesn't have to be digital artwork. Like
Mhm.
Trevor Jones, this painter, he sold a NFT piece for $100,000 yesterday.
Oh,
But
wow.
the piece
That's
was a
crazy.
painting. He painted everything. They just
Hmm.
scanned it and animated the painting. So
Okay.
that's what made it like digital or
Hmm.
whatever. But also, it's just you could do a painting and digitally enhance it, change the saturation, fix it in different ways,
Hmm.
and that would make it digital. So, no, it's just what you prefer. I just do digital more often because I feel I'm better at it. I need to learn how to mix colors and how to do certain techniques that I don't know how to do in the physical space. But no, I want to learn more in painting, and I just do digital because I I know it better.
Yeah, I got you. So, do you see crypto art just growing exponentially?
The commissions I'm doing, I got commissioned to do 6 pieces for someone named Anthony Pompliano and someone named
Hmm.
Jason Williams. And I think they're really smart. And I think just in general, from my own personal, like looking at the space, it's insane to think about crypto. And I didn't know anything about it. And I'm getting all over the place, but I'll get back to what I was saying. Uh, like Bitcoin is the main like top dog, and I think people focus on that, and I believe in that. But with Ethereum, it's just the future is digital, you know? And
Yeah.
the future is going to be virtual reality and figuring out all this stuff. Maybe not now. So to say all that is kind of like, whoa, hold your horses, calm down.
Hmm.
But I think that's the future. So when in the virtual reality, when we have all this space, there's going to be art, and everyone likes scarcity and, you know, art stuff and all that type of things. So
Right.
it's only a matter of time for this to happen, and it's happening now. And I really feel it's going to blow up soon, especially when the really big, super duper famous contemporary artists start to join. It's going to blow up like crazy. And back to what I was saying about my commissions, Anthony Pompliano and Jason wrote this whole thing, actually putting it into like terms, and I read it. And basically, when they commissioned me, they're like, we believe in NFTs and we think the market is going to overcome the traditional art market. And
Hmm.
that's like a big thing to say. But just to
Totally.
talk about how it'll be more accessible and how the um younger collectors are joining the space, they understand the value in digital, when right now traditional is just like older people, and they're kind of the ones who are getting into that.
Right.
But when younger people learn about this, and it's just going to grow, and when the younger people get older, I
Hmm.
think digital is just going to grow,
Yeah. I
and you
mean,
can track it more. That was like also the whole argument that it's all tracked.
right. Like, you know who has it, as opposed
Yeah.
to, you've let go of it and it's gone forever.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, which I totally understand. I've seen some people bringing up some like negatives to crypto
Mhm.
art, um, which I feel like are important to bring up, just because, I mean,
Yeah.
they do hold some weight. Like, I forget who I saw, but I was just on Twitter like earlier this morning, and I think it was that same piece that sold for $100,000. And
Mm.
someone brought up how the crypto art scene could, you're saying it could become bigger than the traditional art scene. And
Mhm.
I think it totally could, but with that come the same like problems that can be seen in the traditional art scene, just in terms of like people um, like building their wealth, or just like
Mm.
money laundering type stuff. The
Oh
stuff
yeah,
that
wash
goes
trading.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
that happens now. Like people will see, like, was that a wash trade? Um,
Yeah,
I think that will always happen in
right.
like
Yeah, I
anything.
it is important to bring up like those negatives,
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
maybe they can be worked upon to prevent things like that from
Mm.
happening, to keep it accessible for like people who don't have that much money. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's just a thought that I wanted to
No,
bring
like
up.
even now I'm working because I think you see all these pieces sold for thousands, and it's like not everybody has thousands.
Right.
And I'm trying to make editions of my pieces so that they could be more affordable and more people could get them, because there is the side of, not everyone is called a whale. Do you know what a whale is?
I do not.
A whale is just someone with a lot of money, or someone who bought a lot of crypto um when it was cheaper, and then now it's more value, so they have a lot of money.
Right.
Or but normally it's just if someone made a big purchase, they'll call you a whale.
Mm.
And um not everyone is like that. I'm certainly not like that. And it's so discouraging to people wanting to get into the space, and they're like, whoa, that sold for 10,000. I don't have 10,000. I'm going to back away and not
Yeah.
want to be a part of this. And so that's why I think platforms, even though there was some problems with Rarible, I do think Rarible is important, because there you could buy a NFT for $20 or $50 or like
Right.
whatever. It's just whatever price the artist makes it and how many there are.
Yeah, I think, yeah, artists might be getting discouraged, like seeing pieces selling for $10,000 for like different reasons. They could see it and be like, oh, well, I don't believe my art's worth $10,000. You know what I mean? Like, they might be like
Mhm.
hesitant because they think it has to sell for that much, because
Exactly. Yeah.
those are the main tweets you see, are these like pieces that are like super popular on the site, but there are, like you're saying, like pieces on Rarible that sell for 20-50 bucks, like,
Yeah,
definitely affordable art. So it's important for people to know that, for sure.
I agree.
Yeah, I actually just saw, I'm wearing her shirt, Riley Stasienko. She's got
Got
accepted to
accepted.
Super Rare,
I
right?
was so excited. I yelled at Zach. I was like, Zach, look at how cool Riley's art is. And he said that is pretty
Shout out.
cool.
Yeah, shout
And
out to
I'm
them.
so happy.
I'm actually going to Detroit in a week to see Riley's show. She has a show there.
That's
And
crazy.
then
I'm
I'm
jealous.
doing the podcast with Zach, like I told
I'm
you
so
yesterday.
jealous. I'm
It's gonna
trying
be
to
dope.
join and be a part and see, but I'm so far.
I know. We'll meet one day. I'll
Dude,
make it to
one day we
Vegas
have
one
to.
day.
We could laugh for a million hours and be stupid.
We totally could. Once
That's
this
exciting,
pandemic's
though.
over. Yeah. Are
That
you
Zach podcast is gonna be so dope.
Oh yeah, I'm
What?
excited. I was just gonna ask, congrats again on being able to move out in 2 months, did you say?
Yeah, 2 months. January 1st is my birthday.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Woo.
And are you staying in Vegas? Are you gonna be in the
Oh,
Vegas area?
it's too hot.
Where are you
No,
going?
I don't know.
Oh,
There's a lot of
okay.
places. I want to go to the woods and just like make art.
Honestly, that would be dope. That's been like
All
kind
I
of a
need
dream
is
of mine.
internet connection and a place that's cheap rent.
Yeah, living in the woods would be very cool. It would be hard
I
at
think so.
times, but yeah, it would be dope.
Yeah, like if I needed art supplies or like groceries, I'd be like,
Yeah.
gotta go.
I like the Fewocious hat, by the way.
Thank you.
It's
It's new. The other one, my face is too big. It didn't fit, so I had to get a new one.
Oh, trust me, I have the same problem. My head is so big. Gotta get those extra large hats.
Yeah, there'll be like a cool hat, and I'll put it on and be like, okay.
Yeah, I know how it goes. Is that embroidered or is it printed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tight.
No, it's embroidered.
Yeah,
There's like a stain here from the sticker. I didn't take it off.
I actually noticed that. I wasn't gonna say anything.
No,
You can wash that shit out. I have my Downtown 500 embroidered hat.
That's what's up. You should always wear that. Why aren't you wearing it?
I know. Well, this is one of our shirts that we did with Riley, so at least I'm wearing that.
That's what's up.
But yeah, are you working on any new merch? Any new merch drops soon?
I want to do one next month, but to say that doesn't make sense because to order it would take a month for it all to get made. So it won't happen till like December. But even then, I don't know, because if I were to leave, then I just have all this stuff everywhere.
Yeah. Are you gonna do like one of ones, or is it gonna be like?
I want to. The hard part, last time I did a drop, and I did I painted a skateboard. And I painted,
remember that.
I painted some things and I made them $100 is still a lot. I know that's a lot. But like I didn't want to make them crazy money, you know, because what the heck?
Yeah.
And it kind of upset me to see like really big collectors with a lot of money bought those when I made those, and I wanted someone in like who didn't have a lot, but they wanted to have a 1 out of 1. I wanted them to get it. And I was just like, dang, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, it is, I guess, frustrating. Being on the other side, like the buyer side of artwork, I don't really think about that very much. But that's a good point. Like just in terms of accessibility. I mean, I guess it's fair because you put it out there, whoever gets it gets it. But
yeah,
at the same time, it would be nice if there was a way.
Yeah, like it would be so cool if someone was like, I have a 1 out of 1, and like someone would be like, oh my god, and it's not just a big collector. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I'm trying to think if there would be like there's a way you could prevent that, or not prevent, but like.
I don't know. I don't think there is. Not. I can't just tell someone no. You know,
that's the thing. Unless you were to like. Yeah, no, that doesn't. I guess there's not a solution to that.
It's just you have to be faster, but like,
yeah. If you want a Fewocious original, you got to be super fast. That is true. Your drops sell out like that.
That's weird. I remember I still have like I want to do a giveaway, but also I don't know. I feel so weird being like, "What's your address?" but
What do you mean?
I
To
have
the
like
giveaway winner?
yeah, I have like 15 shirts because last year in like October I did a drop. I ordered like 40 shirts, and I was like, "Dang, that would be so cool if these sold out." I only sold like 10, so I have all these shirts just in my
Last
house.
October? So there
Yeah.
was, well, if you, I'm sure if you sold them now, people would snag them.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm embarrassed to be like, I put these in,
Why?
they didn't sell. I'd
But
rather just give them away for free. Or I have like 7 hoodies that I want to give away.
that a giveaway is smart. Gives you more exposure if you have people like retweet it or whatever.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I kind of just want to do a giveaway where I don't ask for retweets because I feel like that's so annoying. Like, retweet this, you
It
know?
is, yeah. It's like it's like a good promotional tactic, I guess, but it is like kind of annoying. I've done it before though, but I have
I
no
don't know. I'm
shame, I
just
guess.
nervous.
Well, I mean, yeah, you don't. It doesn't even have to be like retweet. You could do something as simple as like
What's
reply
your
to the
favorite
tweet
video game
or like
or
it.
something?
Yeah, yeah. Tell me
Yeah.
what your favorite video game is in the replies, and I'll pick one random person, or not one, but seven, however many things you have to give away.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Dang. Okay, I'll do that.
I'm sure
I
people
have
would
so much I
like
have to
that.
do. I have to pack orders.
Oh, trust me, I've had so much on my plate lately. I've been so busy. I
What
told you I
have you
started
been up
making
to?
making rugs. Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
That's been taking up a lot of time.
Oh, I have to see it. Do you
Oh,
have
I'll
it?
show. I have two right here. It's kind of hard to hold up because it's like in three. Got this Captain Cutler from Scooby Doo.
Whoa. What the heck?
Hard to keep up.
That's
Yeah, there's
crazy.
that one.
Is this soft?
Yeah, it's like it's acrylic yarn, acrylic and
I
wool.
don't even know
And
what that
then
means.
this one I designed
Dude, you made
myself.
that?
Yeah,
What the heck? Do you
yeah,
sell
this
them?
one. Yeah, I'm gonna sell both of these. I think I might sell them tomorrow.
It's fire. Ooh.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't really know exactly how to price them, but I'm just doing it based on.
When I go to the woods, I'm picking up one of those.
That would be dope. I'm gonna just keep. I'm gonna try and make one rug a week, and just
That'd
keep
be so cool. I
pumping
support
them out.
this.
Yeah, and yeah, hopefully people like them. I've gotten good response so far, so it's a
That's dope.
fun little hobby that I've picked up.
I want to have a hobby like that. I feel like, I don't know. How are you? Because when I do anything I do, I'm like, how does this relate to art? Like, I try to connect any fun thing that I do. I try to make it fun, but also work or something.
Yeah.
So
Well, what do you mean? Like, give me an example.
I don't know. Like, how do you just have hobby? Like, if I did the rugs, I'd be like, this is really fun, but also, like, I'm making this part of art, and I think I would
Well,
be crazy.
well, I think that's fine. Like, I mean, it is art. It's just like a different form of. It's a different medium, a
But
super
like
different medium.
relaxing. Everything I do is work. I'm like, oh, how can I make
Oh,
this?
I know what you mean by that because I definitely get stressed when making the rugs. I've found it's just like it's sort of relaxing, but then I'm also just like, oh, I need this to look like really good. Like I don't want to fuck it up.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, so it's a weird mix of like I really like doing this and like me like being all tense and like needing a massage after I'm done. Like, I'll
Yeah.
literally be so tight and tense
Or I'll
afterwards.
start doodling and I'll be like, I'm just gonna doodle and freestyle and have fun. But then the doodle will start to look kind of good, and I'm like, okay, serious. And then
Yes.
I'm like, stressed. Not stressed, but
No, I know exactly what you mean because I also doodle like in my
mhm.
free time and like do drawings. It's usually just like complete nonsense all over the page. But like I will get little things here and there that are like cool and then I'll like really start trying to like make it dope and then I like will screw it up and I'll get all angry and
Yeah, I noticed
it's
that
just how it goes.
when I try too hard, it like sucks. It's only when
Yes,
I'm like doing whatever. But you can't force
exactly.
yourself to just do whatever. It's like so strange.
No, exactly. It's such a weird thing. And then sometimes I'll just be like, all right, screw it. I'm just going to draw a line here. And then I'll draw a line and they'll be like, oh, that kind of looks like this. And then I'll just kind of work off it and be like, oh, then I can add this in. And like, it's nice when that happens, but I feel like it's rare unless I truly am just
Yeah.
like not thinking and I'm just like, you know,
But those are always the coolest. I
yeah,
don't know. Lately, I've just been trying to be like, just like, yeah, it's harder. I feel like it's easier to like start a piece, but once it's already like halfway done, you're like, oh, it looks really good. I can't mess this up. But when you're
yes,
starting, it's like there is no messing up really.
mm-hmm.
But there isn't messing up in general. It's just like keep going.
Right, right.
But like my piece is almost done. It's like 89% done. And it looks nice, I think. And I'm like,
It
I want
does.
to completely draw over this building, but I don't want to mess it up and draw over the building and like what the heck?
Right.
But
Well,
it's
when you're,
only after I like let go and just draw over it, I'm like, dang, it looks better. Why did
yeah,
I even?
you got to trust your instinct. And when it
Yeah,
comes to digital drawing, I don't really do it. I have in the past with like a friend's iPad, but I don't have one myself, which is something I
you
want
gotta
to get.
get one.
Yeah, I should. But I forget, can you, I'm sure you
Wait,
can
your
like,
work isn't digital?
no, I draw, like, have you seen
What?
my
I thought
work?
you. Yeah, I've seen your work. I thought it was all digital.
No, I hand draw it and then I take a picture of it and then I go into Photoshop and turn it into like a vector,
Dude,
like
that's too
line
no.
design. Yeah, I know, I know. I just, I know it's
Stop it.
ridiculous. It's
Get
really,
an
it's
iPad.
like, it's not hard, but like if I did have an iPad, it would look so
You
much
got a rug
better.
thing, but you didn't get an iPad. What is this?
The rug thing was like a huge passion project. Like I thought about that for like 3 months before I finally bought that. I'm
Really?
glad I did, but I should get an iPad. I totally
Get
should.
an iPad. You don't even have to get like the newest, most expensive. Like, did you see the new iPad Airs? Even those. Get an old iPad Air
I,
refurbished.
that's what I was looking into because I looked into like what Procreate, what the earliest iPad was that worked with Procreate. I think it was like an iPad Mini 2 or
Mm-hmm.
iPad Air 2
I'll
or
find
something like
one.
that. So yeah, feel free. Go on eBay for
I'll
me.
find one and be like, hey, get this right now.
All right, do it. That would be awesome. I was actually talking with my girlfriend about splitting an iPad and just sharing one because we
Gotta
both
get
want to
one.
do digital art. So maybe I will.
That'd be major. You're gonna test it out and you try them. They're crazy.
I have.
They're
No,
so
they're
cool.
they're great. I definitely did some cool stuff on those in the past. So
Gotta
I
get
got to
that
get
paper
back on
like
it.
screen protector.
It's
I'm
true.
trying to get sponsored by them. I always talk about them. Like I've gotten at least like 30 people to buy this. Please.
Honestly, like I'm not even kidding. You probably could get sponsorships.
I'm gonna bother them. I
Like
This is why I want to
if
make
you,
YouTube videos.
yeah, you should make YouTube videos or even just to share on Twitter. Because if they find you through Twitter and see like how big your following is, you know what I mean? If you
I'm
like
gonna bother
post a
them.
video and you're like, oh, I use this product to make my drawings, and then like tag them, like as if you already are sponsored or something, and then maybe they'll
Or
see
like a
it.
Amazon affiliate link in the bottom.
Yeah, there you
No.
go.
One time I DM'd a this is when I didn't have a lot of followers. I had like no followers.
Okay.
I DM'd this tablet company. I was like, hey, look at all my art. I make it and I use you. And they're like, so I don't care.
No way. Did they actually say that?
Yeah. And I was just like,
No
okay.
way.
It was really awkward. But then another one was like, oh, that's so sweet. Here's a $50 off coupon.
Oh
But like
wow.
everything they have is thousands. But still,
So
$50.
that's like nothing. Yeah. It's better than nothing, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. But
But yeah,
I don't know. That's my little story.
I think you could definitely get in on that if you tried. Or
I
at least
know.
one day.
So
One day
much to
it'll
do.
happen.
I want to be in
Yeah.
those iPad commercials, the Apple iPad commercials.
That would be
They
dope. Yo, that honestly, I've thought about like how companies would, I feel like would benefit so much if they started working more with like younger artists. Just like, I don't know. Because it would be like a two-way relationship, obviously. It would help the artists get more exposure. Like these dope artists, like who cares like how old you guys are? Like you're doing cool shit. Like
Mhm.
people need to hire you guys. You know what I mean?
Thank
Like
you.
if Apple put you in an iPad commercial, that would be so sick. And like had like your name in the corner,
Crazy.
like Fewocious,
I
like
saw they got this
digital
one
artist.
storyboard artist, or they got this one photographer. Like I see them getting people who aren't super famous,
Yeah,
and I'm like, please, I'm like almost there. Like,
exactly.
please.
That's what I mean. Like if companies got people that are like on the brink of fame or
Or
have like
like, you know,
fame in
Blue
their own
Boy who works with
community.
Sprite, how they
Yes.
got
Yeah.
him. Like that's so cool that they did that. I was like, wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, that was dope. Like that's what I'm talking about. Things like that. Like people who are like on his level or even like not as, well known. It's just cool to see like these companies teaming up with artists.
Or have you seen the Converse with Spencer McMullen? He did Converse. That was so crazy.
Do I
You
have
have
I
a pair?
seen?
Isn't that so cool that he did that?
Yeah, that's sick.
Like I'm
That
talking
was
about stuff like that.
yeah, that was so cool. I
When I
was
saw
so
that, I
happy I
was
got
like,
a pair.
I didn't get a pair. I was trying so bad. Sold out.
Yeah, they sold out so fast.
How did you even get one? What the heck? I'm
I was
jealous.
like
I'm mad at you. I
waiting
want
for
to
the
like flick your
drop.
forehead.
You can probably find them online, like resold. They might be, I feel like they wouldn't be that much more expensive. They did sell out pretty fast, so maybe.
I
But
wanted it from
you
the
can maybe
website.
get them for like $200. But yeah, I know it's not the
Crazy.
same. Yeah, I'm glad I got a
That's
pair.
such a flex to be like, look at what I have.
Sorry, I had to pull them out. I had to show.
I'm jealous. Everyone is jealous.
Oh my. Do you have would Apple be your dream company to like work with? Do you have one?
A dream? I mean, I want to make that would be so cool. Like if Converse was like, hey, do you want to make shoes? Like, what
That
in the
would be sick.
world? So just any company, or like if like how Murakami had like a thing with like Louis Vuitton or something.
Yeah, that was dope.
I'd love to work with like a Louis Vuitton or like a Gucci and like what would would take future.
Yeah, no,
But
that would
as of now,
be
like yeah,
awesome. Yeah,
I don't
especially
know
if it was
anything.
like,
I'm trying to do whatever.
I mean, honestly, yeah, you'll take what you can get, I guess. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
If or
I
like if
know, I was
Walmart
just
is like, hey, I'll be like, okay, Walmart. Like I don't know.
Walmart times Fewocious coming soon. You
Yeah,
heard it here
I'll do
first.
whatever.
Who knows? Maybe someone from Walmart will be watching this and you've got a new job.
Please.
Oh my gosh. No, that would be I like that you brought up like the high end like fashion companies because that would be sick, especially if they like had like one of one like drops with like five different young artists or something.
That'd
Like
be
hand painted
crazy.
bags. That would be insane. That'd be so
That'd be
insane.
so crazy. Wow.
But
Wow.
but on the other hand, it's kind of like screw these big corporations, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I can do it on my own.
Yeah,
But
we can.
you got to secure that bag
Also, it's
too.
like, dang, when I was little, I dreamed about this, you know?
Well, that's another thing. It's hard to say no to
Also,
money and
what I
to
want to do,
exposure.
I don't know how I would ever do this. I just want a super crazy, expensive, crazy, not me, I don't want the car, but like I want them to let me paint a car or like to let me
Ooh,
wrap a car with my art.
that would be insane.
I don't know what they would do with it, but like I want that so bad.
Someone would maybe like pay for a custom Fewocious car. That would be insane.
That'd be crazy.
You
Or
could
like
do
just
like a
someone,
little,
I want to go to someone's house and they're like super crazy rich and have like a crazy wall. I want to paint the wall.
that would be insane. No, you could do you could take a picture of like a nice car, like find one online and just do like a mock-up of like what it would look like and then just like
Like
post it
someone get this,
online
please.
and maybe someone will be like, "Oh shit, I want that." You never know.
Or what if we, or like we could be like, you know, the Instagram models who are like robots, like AI, and
Yeah.
like Lil Michaela. I could, I could make a car, and put my art on it, and then be like,
Well, Michaela, I've got a car for you.
and hopefully someone thinks it's like real, and they're like, wait, okay, I'll get this too.
Oh, at first I was like, why specifically the robot influencers? But it's because it's not a real car. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
like because people
Okay,
think
I
it's
totally
real,
get it.
but
Yeah,
they don't know.
yeah, I know
I
what you
don't know.
mean.
I'm being crazy. I'm just saying whatever.
But isn't she a real? Isn't Lil Michaela like a real robot
I don't know.
that
I
walks
would.
around?
I, no, I don't think so.
I think she might be. I don't know though.
No way. She's like a computer animation.
Is she?
Yeah. So I don't understand. So do these like celebrities meet with a team and then they're like, but there's
Yeah,
like
I
nobody
don't.
there?
Yeah, I don't get it. That's why I always thought it was like a real robot that just looked like a person.
No, I think it's just like people go and it's nobody. I'm so
Maybe
jealous.
I'll
I wish
send
I
in a
came up with that
picture of
idea.
myself. It's pretty.
You
It's
just
pretty
crop out.
smart. It's like a
So
really
smart, making so
strange
much money.
idea. It's strange, but it's smart as hell.
I wish I was good at computers because have you seen like the Boston Dynamics little robot?
I oh, the one that like picks things or
Yeah,
what
and
does
it's
it do?
scary.
Jump?
Yeah, it
I've definitely
jumps
seen it.
and
Yeah.
walks around. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But
Very
also, I
scary.
would want to be part of that team. Like, imagine being part of that team that made that. Like,
True.
that's so cool.
That would be insane. It's also
What do they
scary
even
though.
talk about?
It's like,
We're gonna take over the world.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't like seeing powerful ass robots like that. Like they've got too much power.
They
They're
do.
OP.
One day.
One
Crazy.
day we'll all be ruled by the robots.
For
By
now,
Lil
we have this
Michaela.
art. Little Michaela.
One day Lil Michaela will take physical form and rule the world
With the little robot dogs.
after she takes a selfie with every human being on the planet.
That's funny. Every time they take a selfie, she like grabs a strand of their hair.
And then they're in her control from there on out.
Yeah. She puts a
Oh
chip
my
in their
God.
skin.
This is getting so dark. Oh my gosh. All right, another thing I wanted to bring up, getting back on the art track, was just social media in general. Because like Twitter is, from everyone I've ever talked to about this topic, Twitter is superior in every way in terms of building a community. What has your experience been like in terms of like being on Twitter versus being on Instagram? Are there
I don't
pros to
understand
Instagram?
Instagram.
Like, are there any
I
pros to
mean,
having an Instagram account over a Twitter account?
Instagram. Well, Instagram is the more popular social media thing, but
Right.
I don't understand it. I'll post something and people see it, but I'm like, how did you see this? Or like, how do people even follow me? Like
Yeah.
before the stories, I was like, I don't know how this even works. Now with the stories, it's kind of like retweeting, but not.
Right.
And I just don't understand how. Like sometimes the other day, like sometimes people find me and I'm like, how did you find me? And they always find me through Instagram. Like this one designer that I adore, he followed me on Instagram and I can't be like, how did you even find me? But so I've noticed that bigger people know who I am through Instagram, but I
Okay.
don't know where they come from or how that works. It's like weird, mysterious. But one time someone was like, I saw you on the explore page. And I was like, oh. So I don't know. Instagram doesn't make
Yeah.
sense to me. It's weird and I'm scared of it.
Instagram, yeah, it's like, I really don't think there's any, like, if you had to have either a Twitter or an Instagram, there's no reason to have an Instagram. Like, as an
Right.
artist, you would choose Twitter every time.
Because Twitter,
Because,
it makes sense. Like you like, oh, I know why this did good because either this person retweeted it or just because I posted at this time, like whatever. Like it just makes sense,
right.
and you can talk more. Like replies are fun, and it's fun to just like chat.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think right now, from what I'm seeing, maybe I'm just following different people now. I just feel like Twitter's just the way. Like every day, I see new people talking about their business and how it succeeded or different things, and it's always on Twitter. I never see stuff like that on Instagram. But maybe I'm just using Instagram wrong.
No, I completely agree. And I feel like people have always brought up too, the image compression on Instagram is so bad. And like,
Yeah,
because it just like shrinks your image and it's just like doesn't
it's so
look
ugly.
as good. Yeah. So and it's literally all about sharing pictures. You know what I
It doesn't
mean?
make
Like,
sense.
get your shit together. But Twitter, yeah, it's definitely because the image quality is better and just the sense of community. Like, I feel
And the
like
memes and stuff, like it's everything is connected.
exactly. There's like art Twitter memes. Like when I
Mhm.
announced that you were gonna be the podcast guest, and I said like send in your questions. Did you see that I said that at the bottom of the tweet?
Oh, and then what did Rose Hill say? Who do you
Yeah,
think would
Rosehill
win, or
was
like?
like it was like Ladon versus Jolius. Is that how you say his name? Jolius Dubois?
I think that's how I say it.
Okay. Sorry, Jolius, if we're saying your name incorrectly. But yeah, Rosehill just said Jolius and Ladon versus 10,000 rats. Who's winning?
Who would win? Yeah. So
So
like stuff like that.
who's gonna win?
Oh,
Tell
is
me.
that the question you're asking me?
Well, I was just bringing it up as an
They're both
example of a
gonna win.
meme, but
The rats
they're
won't
both.
win.
Oh no,
The
the
rats
rats are
won't win.
definitely taking a big fat L.
They are.
We got to get that set up. Put them in a
The art
boxing
community on
match.
Twitter is so cool. Like I feel like I if I don't follow them, I've at least seen their art once. Like or like I like went away and I'm like, oh, there you are. Like I've seen you before. And I
Yeah,
feel like everyone's like familiar and just everyone knows each other. Even if we don't follow each other, we like know each other somehow. I don't know. That's how it feels to me.
yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. It's like, I mean, it's the same thing with me. Like, I'll see one thing from a person at some point, and I'll be like, oh, that's cool. And I'll kind of like forget about it. Sometimes I won't like dive deeper and like look into the person. But then, like,
Mhm.
a couple weeks later, I might see something else from that same person that's really dope. And then that'll be like, oh, okay, they're like putting out consistently like cool work. And then I'll like
Yeah.
go on these weird like things where I dive into their page and then find other people through them. And it's like, it kind of happens in spurts. Like, I don't like every day go and look for like new people, but I feel like it just happens kind of
No, some
naturally.
days on Twitter, all I see are memes. They're like the same type of meme. And I'm like, okay, I'm not having fun today. But then some
Exactly.
days I go on and I'm just seeing the most amazing art. And I'm like, why
Right?
isn't it always like this? What is this?
Yeah. There was a day like a week or two ago, specifically, I remember I was just looking for something to repost on our Instagram page. So I was on Twitter and I found like I usually find like one thing like scrolling because I try not to post like the same people too much. I don't want to like,
Mhm.
take away from other people's chance to be posted.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to find something that's dope and from someone that like I haven't posted in a while. So I usually find like one thing, two things, depending on how much I look. But anyway, this one day specifically, I found like 6 or 7 pieces in like 10 minutes. And I was like, what is going on?
Whoa.
Like, I just love when that happens. And I feel like it's happening at a quicker rate. Like, I feel like as more time goes on, there's just more and more cool artists who are like coming
Mhm.
in out of the woodwork and like joining the community.
Yeah.
And it's
I've
like
noticed that
growing.
a lot lately.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, maybe just because I feel like when I started posting art on Twitter, all the cool artists did not ever share art. They were like, mm-mm. And you go to their timeline and it's just their art or them being weird and
Yeah.
like mysterious, like, I only paint like crazy. And but now, all the artists I'm seeing, the cool thing is to like share and like to be helpful and everyone nice.
Right.
When before, I don't think it was like that. So I think now it's just more encouraging and just different. We're seeing people I don't think I would have normally seen just because nobody would share their work.
Yeah. And I feel like that's a big part of it is just like artists encouraging and like boosting other
Mhm.
artists, just like because it's got to be a great feeling coming being a new person in a community and just like getting like support like immediately and just like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it's just it makes you want to continue to share work and be a part of that community like in a deeper sense. So I think it's important to like use for artists who already have their popularity to like, use their platform to lift other people, which I know
All
you
I do
do,
is
which
yell
is
about
great.
art I love.
I
I
know,
see
I
new
see
art,
that
I'm
all the
like, this
time.
is awesome.
Yeah, which is great, but like that's exactly what I love to see. And I think most people do that. But
Yeah.
for those of you who don't, tisk tisk.
You better start. That's
I
so
couldn't even
fun.
name
I love
anyone
it.
who doesn't, but
No, yeah, everyone I follow does is always like, this is so cool. I think
yeah.
I'm just loud and I yell.
I think more so I should be talking to people who are new to the community. Like
Mm,
because like if they get to a point, like people are just starting out now. If you get to a point where you're on this new level, you got to remember where you came from and like
yeah.
help, it's like a cycle. It's just
Yeah,
like
that's
constant.
exactly how it is.
Yeah, it's like, all right, I'm going to help this person and then they're going to grow and then they're going to help the next person below them. Not that they're below
And we're
them,
all
but you know
going
what
to
I mean.
flourish and grow.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. And it's crazy. It's working. Like it's the growth that I've seen over the past 2 years is insane.
It's beautiful. I'm seeing all kinds of art all the time, different mediums. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think this is one of the best times for art in
Oh,
recent
agreed,
history.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
with social media, the connection and like more artists are able to live off of their art through
Mhm.
websites and prints. Like, when else has that ever happened?
Exactly. It's all, I mean, a lot of it is thanks to technology and to social media, the community aspect, and then the technology of just building a website and just like doing things yourself, like super easy. Because what, back in the day,
So
before
cool.
the internet, you either need a storefront, which is completely out of the question,
Hmm.
as a artist just starting off, or you have to send out letters like from
Yeah, and you
I
either
don't
had to
even
be like
know.
do commissions all the time or work and sell art for crazy money. There was like no
Yeah, yeah. And
like now.
like I said that this is like one of the best times for art in recent history. I think I don't want to sound like too uh confident in that because I'm just as new to like the art world as you guys. Like I don't have like a lot of art history knowledge,
Oh, me neither. I don't know
especially
nothing.
of like the 90s to now. Like I love the era of like the 80s, like New York City, Soho, like Basquiat, Haring,
Hmm.
Warhol, just that whole group. That's where the name of the company came from too. Um,
Really?
because yeah, I was watching a documentary on Basquiat, and at the beginning they mentioned that like all these artists in like 80s New York would hang out, um, like go out together and just like party and stuff, and they were referred to as the Downtown 500. Like that was
What?
like, yeah,
Oh
so
my
that's
goodness,
where the
this is
name
the
comes
or.
from.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, I guess. I have like shared
Hey,
it
you need to
on
talk more
social
about that.
media.
What the heck?
I should,
That's
yeah,
so cool.
but
That's
that's
such
where
a
the
cool
name came
story.
from. Yeah, I'm
Wow,
glad now people know. I'm glad I brought that
that's
up.
so dope. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
know that. Wow.
but I'm super inspired by that whole era. So I just think I feel like we're on the brink of like that again, like because I mean they were all these famous artists like hanging out, but like I feel like that's gonna happen again with like you guys instead of like hanging out
Oh,
all
it
in New York.
reminded me of that though.
What?
Um, the first magazine with all of the artists, like
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
That's what that reminded me of. Like I saw that and I was like, this is like the picture. Like
Yes. And I was so excited. Shout out to Dione Rodriguez who shot the cover. That picture
That's
is
one
so
of my
dope.
favorite photographers.
Yeah, he is an awesome guy. I haven't seen
He's
him since
awesome.
he shot it. Actually, that's not true. I saw him at an event in New York. But anyway, yeah, he's awesome. But I'm so glad we pulled that off. And that was like a huge goal of mine was to get a bunch of artists together. And if you remember, I wanted you to be a part of it
Yes.
at the time,
Next time.
and it didn't work out. But
Next time I'll be
next time,
available.
next time, I want to do
I'll literally
a
go
big
wherever.
a big goal of mine is to do like an artist retreat, um, and just like obviously it would have to be after this whole pandemic is through.
Midsummer.
Yeah, yeah. But like just like invite. Exactly. Yeah, we're gonna go to Switzerland. We're all going to or Sweden, wherever it was. Um, no, but like an artist retreat somewhere. I don't know where, but and just like have you guys like and document the whole thing and like have you guys like all making artwork and like hanging out
We need a
together. And
Downtown 500 documentary. I want to make a documentary. Want to make a
yes,
documentary together?
I would love to. I know one of the first things I wanted to do when I started this company was make a documentary. I was really jumping the gun there. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make a documentary. This was like I made the website, I did a couple interviews. I'm like, all right, next thing is a documentary.
No,
And
there
I
needs
just
to
like,
be. Every documentary I've seen about art is like cheesy or like just I don't know. I didn't like them,
yeah,
and I want to make like a cool one.
no,
And
I
about
that's
the
a
internet too. A
whole
lot of them are about like not about the internet. It's about like really traditional path and that type of stuff, or about money and stuff. Like I just want to do one where it's like the people and the internet and where we
exactly.
are, and not the most glamorous studios, like just our house, like
Right.
whatever.
I wanna like I can see like I have this like vision of like following like 10 or 10 to 15 artists and just like doing like a day in the life almost type thing. Just
Hmm.
like even just
I
show
want it to
them
be
like
so real.
yeah, like show them going to work like after like
Hmm.
painting for a couple hours, like just like make it super real and like show how all these people like talk to each other online and stuff and like how I don't know. I've
That'd be
got a lot
so
of
cool.
ideas for it obviously, but it's just a matter of
That has to happen,
yeah, once the pandemic's over, I'll try to make it a
dude.
priority.
Oh my
It
god.
sucks that this is happening. But how have you been holding up during the pandemic?
I
Has it
mean,
been
it's
like
been
weird?
crazy.
Yeah,
It's been really strange because I have school and school is just online. So
right.
it that part is weird. But besides that, I just stay in my room, make art, join my little Zoom classes. Then after that, go back to making art. Oh no, I never left my room anyway, so
Right. I mean, I'm kind of the same way. Like it's definitely been annoying. Like some aspects of life I miss, but as a whole, I'm kind of a homebody for the
yeah,
most part.
same.
Like I just like staying home and like just having like fun just in terms of like being creative and just like coming up with ideas and just like having time to myself I like a lot.
Hmm.
So it hasn't been like that bad for me personally. Um, but it's getting old. It's definitely getting old.
Yeah.
I want to go out and like hang out with people, go to a party or something like
Yeah, it's weird like thinking like, oh, like you'll think about going out or something and then it's like, oh wait. And then you
yeah. I kind of get like that too sometimes. It's like it's weird. Like I'll have moments like that where I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to go do this." And I'm like, "Oh, wait, I can't."
yeah.
And or like it's more so when I'm looking forward to something. Like I was looking forward to in the fall going to like a haunted house because I
Mhm.
love Halloween. Um,
Yeah,
but
Halloween is like oop.
yeah,
It's like not a thing anymore.
I know, which is sad. So like I'll get like that, like where I look forward to something and then realize it's not going to happen this year. But I feel like more so, I like I've just become like accustomed to not doing anything to the point where I'm just like
Same.
oh yeah, I forgot I used to go out and like go to the bar. Like I forgot I could do that in the past.
Yeah. I'll be at the store and someone be like, "Hey, you're a little too close." I'll just like
Yeah.
look at someone, or like if someone now when I watch a movie and everyone's next to each other, I'm like I feel
Oh,
weird.
that is the craziest thing. That like because that definitely happens to me too. It's such a weird sensation. You're like or like specifically I was watching something the other night, someone went and used a phone booth. And I was like, ew, that's gotta be so germy. Like, and then I'm like, oh
Yeah.
wait, like people didn't care about that before.
Yeah, the way we
But
view all that stuff is so different now.
I
Crazy.
know. And I wonder how long that's gonna last and like be ingrained in our minds, you know?
Or
It's
like
weird to
now I
think
always
about.
have hand sanitizer in my pocket. But before I was like
Yeah,
later when if I find it, I find it. Now it's
exactly.
like I always have it.
I feel like now every time I go to the store for the rest of my life, I'm gonna have hand sanitizer to use
Yeah,
afterwards.
it's so
Like
crazy. Oh
it
no.
is weird. We're just it's just crazy that we're living in like a such an eventful and historic year. Like this year is gonna be talked about for decades to
Yeah,
come.
like when
You know
we're
what I
old,
mean?
we can be like, I was in the pandemic.
Yeah, of 2020. Like
Yeah. And it's
Hopefully
real. Like it's not even it's a big giant major thing.
I
And I feel
know
like
it's crazy.
even though it's in the news all the time, I feel like people forget that this is so serious and such a
No,
giant thing.
yeah, people. It definitely seems like people are forgetting or just like not caring anymore, which is kind of sucks, you know? Like people got to
Yeah,
take it
it
seriously
sucks.
still. Like you can like there's nothing wrong with going to like hang out with friends outside, like as long as you're not like on top of each other, like you're spread out. But like people who are just like blatantly partying and stuff, like
Yeah, you see those
that's
videos
whack.
with all those
That's
people,
super
and it's
whack.
like, mm-mm.
Yeah, it is whack. But, you know, at least we're doing the best we can.
We're trying.
Yeah. Some of us, I mean, like me and you,
Yeah,
at least we're
we're
trying.
trying.
We're doing our part.
People who aren't better start trying. What's
Yeah,
wrong with them?
better people who aren't, shame on you. Gotta
Yeah,
do
for
better.
real.
All right. Any closing thoughts? I feel like this is gonna be wrapped up soon.
Um, Closing thoughts? No, just make art. Don't think too hard. Just do what you gotta do, and
Sorry to put you on the spot like that. I clearly don't know how to end a podcast yet.
and keep going. And if someone says no about like they don't accept you and to whatever, or if, like how I applied for prints and then they said no, so then I
Right.
went and made my own website and started selling my own prints. Just there's always a way if you really want to do something, so just figure it out. And if anything, maybe you'll figure out a better way than what you thought. So just like don't settle and do whatever it takes and make your dreams come true.
Hell yeah. It's a
Yeah.
great way to put it. All right. Well, thank you very much, Fewocious. It's been great.
Thank you
This
for
second
having me.
round is definitely better than what we did yesterday. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
it's
that
more
much.
way more lax. The
Yeah,
other one,
definitely. Eh, people will never hear that one, so it's okay.
that's funny.